What's up, guys? We're back here in this extremely strange blue land that I seem to rarely visit anymore, which I guess is a bit of a shame, but you know what? I'm back here now, and that's because I wanted to kind of feature something that I'll explain a little bit of the history behind it. It was a project that I thought it'd be an awesome idea to do. I looked around on YouTube and stuff and couldn't find anything on it. Not what I wanted to do anyway. So I decided to give it a bit of a go. And after that, it kind of stalled. And it kind of got a little uninteresting for me, I guess. I kind of just got bored with it, really. But I want to show you it now. And for any of you who've downloaded Blue World lately, you would have seen this. And yeah, it should be further out because it's kind of interfering with this thing here, even though it's kind of broken now, to be honest. Silly 1.3. Anyway, back to the task at hand. And for those of you wondering, it is a tic-tac-toe game. Tic-tac-toe game, under construction. Yep. Play 1, play 2. Yep. Alright, so this is a tic-tac-toe game. It is a tic-tac-toe game with automatic win detection, which is something that a lot of tic-tac-toe games actually don't have. And look, it's not even centered. Look at that, that's terrible. I kind of tried to put a bit of design flair into it. I'm not sure. It looks okay. Merely okay. I don't think it's anything too special, but I'll go and show you the game now. And we got player 1 over here, player 2 over there, so we're going to go here. You can see player 1 is noughts, and player 2 is crosses. So we'll just... Yep, so we have to go here and block. Forever alone, right, playing tic-tac-toe by yourself. And we're going to force a win here, and I haven't checked this in a while, so I hope it works. So what's the easiest way to force a win? So we're going to go this and 3 in a row here, so we're going to hit the win and look at the light at the top, and it does work. And you can see that light lit up, so because I think it's magenta. Well, magenta has 3 in a row, they win, so the light lights up, and you can reset the whole thing. And everything resets. Don't look too much into the design of this. I know the circles, the noughts and crosses are quite hard to see, and I was going to kind of replace them with pistons and maybe move this platform further back, and also replace this with a win and a win on either side, maybe a tie thing in the middle with pistons. But again, I didn't really concentrate too much on the design apart from the initial stuff. So we'll go into the redstone behind it. I'm sure you are all curious, and this is pretty much it. It's not too complicated, so... Oh, that one didn't reset, it seems. Let's have a look at that. I must be missing a block. I'm missing a block. Okay. I think it's magenta. I am missing a block. There we go. Alright, reset. Yeah, I haven't looked at this in a fair while, so apologies if some things don't quite work. So this is pretty much it. We'll go over the magenta side. I think it's a little messier, but we'll have a look at it. So this is a 3x3 button panel with each button having an individual output to here, and you can see I've labeled them with signs, and that's more for my benefit so I can make it. It comes down, we'll just follow this line. It comes down to here as far as it can go, and you can see this line's keeping this torch off, and it will come down here and go through here, and it goes underground here. I just put the glowstone there to cap it. You can see it goes underground there, and this goes all the way... Where does it go? Under there, I don't want to knock that out, to here. And this thing here is an RS NOR latch. You can see that going through there up to this torch and setting it. So when we click the button, it's going to set that RS NOR latch. This line goes down here, up there, we'll get to that in a sec. And this line, it sets the RS knowledge, so this torch goes on, goes up the vertical wiring, up here, all the way over here. This is one of the furthest ones it has to travel, and all the way to this contraption here. And I think I'll cut to, if the lag stops, I'll cut to a test world of this, or maybe I'll just stay in Blue World, and I'll grab this out with MC Edit so you guys can see it. So I just created a random new test world, christened it, and it's because I wanted to pull out this segment of the machine. There are 9 individual ones of these, one for each display, and there are 2 inputs for every one of them. And basically what's got to happen with a thing like this is that I get lag even in a total empty world. Basically, when the noughts input is sent to this, all their ones here have got to come on, and when the crosses one, only the crosses have got to come on, and they can't interfere with each other. And being this close, it's a lot harder to do than you would imagine. So basically, the orange wool, I think, is noughts, and I think the green is crosses. So you can see my screen inventory. It's because I'm using a pre 1.3 texture pack, and you see the tripwire hooks missing and my inventory is screwed up. So that's the reason for that. So orange, only noughts lights up, and we'll turn that off. And this, and the crosses should light up. Yep. And it was a lot harder than you would imagine to do, I'll tell you that. So the the orange wool starts here. So we're going to follow this through. Starts here, goes to this torch, powers, doesn't interfere with these 2 because I'm just trying to remember why that was. This probably actually could, because you can't have the inverted signal, so that's why it's not doesn't interfere with these 2. This goes up here to this block, and this block goes to powers this torch, which goes to there, and exact same thing over the other side. So that's the 2 side ones knocked out of the way. This also goes through to this line, which knocks out all the bottom 3. Very easy. And the top one is powered how? Through this block. If we can get in there. And see, this goes to here. And you can see the redstone dust just behind this block powers this, but it also powers this block, which goes to these 2. And to power this one, it's just a matter of using this to power the top line. And these repeaters are here to stop it backflowing into the green wire and mucking that up. Because on all the 4 corners, the green and orange actually have to share the input. So both of them light up the corner ones, whereas the plus sign in the middle of it, only either the orange or green lights any of them up. So for the green, very easy to do the top 2, just like that. We have glowstone here because we want to split the input, and I'm not sure why. Oh yeah, because I just need to split the input. You can't use a repeater here because I wanted to pull sort of redstone torch out of there. Use a redstone torch here. So glowstone does exactly the same thing, so that's what I used. Splits down here, goes to the middle one, very easy. Doesn't interfere with these 2 because of the repeater. This goes down to here, double inverts the signal, and goes through here to the corner ones. And that's it. That is the design. The main problem I had with this was this top corner here, and it took me a while to figure out I could use this torch here like so. Before I was trying to use this to power this, and it wasn't working. I couldn't get it to the middle without it interfering with the green wire, and I had a lot of trouble, mostly at the top, with interferences with the green wire. And I think I had this wired totally differently. This bottom bit, I ripped it apart because it was I couldn't do the top bit. So that's pretty much the logic there. So yeah, I think this is a pretty good contraption. And yeah, it's this kind of logic you kind of have to use to get sort of these things nice and compact and close. So yeah, you don't even need this block. So yeah, guys, I guess we'll move on to the automatic wind detection system now. And now we come to the automatic wind detection system, and this kind of troubled me. I thought I had some great ideas for it to start, and I thought it wouldn't be too hard to accomplish, but there was a lot of technical glitches in the end, and it kind of ended up a touch messy, I would say. So if my lag stops, so I'm getting quite low frame rates. I've been getting quite low frame rates since the start of 1.3, to be honest, so it looks alright. Sweet. So we're going to go back from that very first input again. We're going to grab this guy once again, and you can see this turns off this line when the RS null actually set. It comes through here, all the way up here, and under here, and it does a bit of acrobatics to get under the other pistons, and it goes to this. That's one of the first ones it goes to, and I believe, and it also goes to this. Now what we have here, we're going to go above because you can see this a bit easier. You can see the 3x3 square here. The 3x3 square. Ignore that last column. That's for the other part of the wind detection. So I have this 3x3 square here, and that represents down here, every single component in this. And I thought I'd use a gravel system for this because it is very, very useful to use, and mostly because it's really, really basic to reset. And basically what this does, this causes this piston to push out these 2 gravel blocks down to here, and what happens is that these are permanently powered. So when this comes through here, if all 3, even only if all 3 of these blocks are solid blocks, in this case being gravel blocks, will the signal travel through to this line. And same for every line here, and for every line here. So the top right, I think that's top right. It goes to here, so it actually, the board is facing this way, so it's top right up the top, so it'd be top left, bottom left, and middle in the middle, obviously. And yeah, so top right would be there. And that's pretty much all there is to it, and it goes through here, and whenever a signal goes through, the wind condition is met, it travels up this line all the way up the side there and turns on that. And that works because it gets permanently powered. And the other little contraption here is because by doing it this way, we can really only, because you really can only put these repeaters in 2 directions, so you can only have the non-diagonal wind conditions. So this one is crosswise, so all the corners form this one, this one, this one, and this one. And I didn't bother using gravel for this because it only needed 1 block, whereas these ones need 2. So you can cross them in different directions, whereas these ones only need 1. But I did add an extra gravel tower for the middle block. So this is the middle block. So when, say, I think this one's, let's say this one's bottom left, and this one, that will make this one top right and middle. So when middle gets activated, it goes into here, and then bottom left gets activated, top right gets activated. You have a diagonal wind condition, and that also goes through to here. And you can see the other ones also go through as well. So that's pretty much the premise of the automatic wind detection. Exactly the same system over this side. Pretty much just copied it over. Didn't MC edit this one, but you can kind of, yeah, you can see I actually went ahead and built all of this. I would say the blue side is probably better because it's the second one I did. I did the magenta one first, so the blue one I fixed all the mistakes I kind of made over there. You can see it's a little bit cleaner. The idea of this to be able to play infinitely was to either stack the gravel really, really high or just have a gravel generator pushing it into these slots. And I probably would have gone with the gravel generator option if I wanted to complete it. So the next and final element, I believe, final element of this design is the reset system, and you can see we've got the reset button coming from here, and it goes down here. The first element of the reset system is it goes through here, and all these torches have repeater in front of them, as you can see, and what this does is basically, if we set one of these RS NOR latches, this line will turn off. So this comes through and turns all these torches on, so it resets all the RS NOR latches, and that makes all of these turn off. And I'll guess the blue side is again exactly the same, and they're all crosswide to their proper outputs. And we come down here, over here. It gets a little messy, but I'll try and break it out. And we also have, so that's one reset function. This is the other reset function. And what this does, and this is the kind of thing that kind of made the design for me, because I wanted a really easy way to reset it. Comes through here, and you can see we're powering the block next to it. This sticky piston holding the glowstone block, and that's because I'll find some glowstone because I want to put it back. Because what we have right above here is the gravel. And have I broken this? Oh, I have broken this. That's why it would have been broken, because this was in the way. So I'll actually have to fix that one, and that'd be why there's a block out there. Okay, all makes sense now. So that one's broke. That was a bad example. We'll go to this one. You can see the gravel's stuck, and on all the glowstone blocks is where the gravel falls, straight down to the void. You can see all the holes I've made in it. Oh, if I can I get up? There we go. And I'll replace that block. And yeah, all it does is run through these. I can't remember why I put the delay in. I think it's because I wanted these to stay, I wanted them to stay on for long enough to actually make the gravel fall down. And it's more than enough time for the game reset anyway. So yeah, that was the brilliant plan for the automatic reset, and it ended up being a lot more trickier than I originally envisioned, which is a little annoying, but it works. It's alright. And we're going to break out this. You can see this goes over to the blue one, but we want the purple one. Piston next to here does exactly the same thing. This is keeping it permanently powered, and what this does is it retracts this glowstone block, very similar fashion to the other ones. And these things are just reset by the fact that the RS NOR latches over there are reset because they're wired to that. And I think that just about wraps it up. I think that is the whole system. I think so. Hope I haven't missed anything. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I want to kind of explain more the backstory behind this. The original intention for this sort of design was for there to be a fully functional computer AI to play against you. And but Noughts goes first, I believe, in Tic-Tac-Toe, so you're going to go Noughts first for player 1, and then the computer AI was going to make the moves based around that. Originally I wanted to do it, that's why I built my Redstone randomizer over there, which is more than good enough to use in this system, because you only have to generate a couple of different random values, like 3 or so. So you can use a pseudo randomizer. And the problem was that it was too much work. I looked into it, and it was really a lot of figuring out to try and get this working, and it was really, really fiddly, and I couldn't think of a really clean way to do it. And pretty much after that, I kind of gave up on this project. So I'm going to put up a new world download in the description, and you can go check out stuff like that. That is my wheat farm design in my LP. This is where I designed it. and you can see a couple of triple extender failures over there. Plus some other stuff. I've got something in the that's a new bud switch array I've been working on, and I think a melon farm design I was working on that didn't really come to much, but you can go download the world. It's first line in the description. I haven't put up a world down there for Blue World in quite a long time, so go check it out if you want. If anyone who's really good at Redstone wants to grab this out of the world and maybe, you know, improve on it, well, it is fully functional in a tic-tac-toe sense, but if anyone wants to grab it and, you know, do what I said, make the computer AI for it, I'd be more than happy for that, as long as obviously original credit where credit's due. But pretty much you can do whatever you want with it. You can make a video of you trashing a thing if you really want, but I'd be sad face, but whatever. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I haven't really done much Blue World kind of lately. I've been doing a lot of LP-ness lately. Oh god, that sounded horrible. And I just wanted to see the win condition. Yep. And yeah, just kind of wanted to do something in creative mode for once. That's not sort of redstoning with Steve. So hope you enjoyed this, and I'll be back with another LP in a couple of days. Look forward to that, and I'll catch you next time.